The Los Angeles Lakers lost their home opener for the playoffs, 117-95 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. This game was very interesting in the sense that from the start of the game, it looked like the Lakers were going to cruise to an easy victory. I believe that they were up at one point in time in the first quarter by 10 or 12 points. I had made a video previously about what I felt the Timberwolves had to do to win the series. They had to do 6 or 7 things right. And they were failing at all those things I had outlined in the previous video. One of the things I'd outlined was that they had to limit the Lakers from getting second chance points. They had to stop that. They had to dominate the rebounds. And they weren't doing that at the start of the game. The Lakers were killing them on the boards, getting plenty of second chance points. So that wasn't going right for them. And they were not doing a good job at containing the role players at the start of the game. They were hitting their shots. But for some reason, the script flipped in the second quarter. That's when the game completely changed. I can't pinpoint like when this happened in the second quarter. I think it was early in the second quarter when the sequence happened. But there was a sequence where LeBron James was at the top of the key from the 3-point line, and Naz Reid was switched on him. He was guarding him. LeBron tries to get by Naz Reid with his first step, but he wasn't able to do so. Naz Reid was still in front of him as he was driving to the hole, and Naz Reid just swats him, blocks him. And I felt after that play happened, it just sent a message to LeBron and the Lakers that, hey, this is not going to be easy. And the Timberwolves never really looked back after that, because I remember a play or two later, LeBron tested Naz Reid again, and he still couldn't get by him, and he got swatted one more time. And that's really when things went downhill, because then I remember there was a different switch ISO play where Gobert was right on LeBron, and he couldn't get past Gobert when driving to the hole. He got blocked. So I think those plays gave the Timberwolves confidence, like, wow, we can really stop this guy. We can really shut him down. We can prevent him from being a factor. We have the ability to do so. And I just think their confidence just skyrocketed after that. And just another thing I observed in that second quarter was a few times when LeBron was trying to post up Julius, and he couldn't easily back him down, muscle him easily. He was forced to take some ugly fadeaways. So he was limited from getting easy buckets in this game. He didn't shoot well for his game. 8 of 18, which is 44%. That's putrid shooting. That hurt him really in this game. Also, just the fact that all of his shots, except for one play where he got a drive to the hole for an easy dunk, that all his shots were just jump shots. He couldn't get any layups, dunks easily in this game. Just one dunk. That was it for driving into the paint. But everything else was just off of jump shots. Now, if the Timberwolves are able to successfully do this throughout the whole entire series, they can force LeBron into just being primarily a jump shooter. Then the Lakers are going to lose the series. That it's going to be very, very hard for the Lakers to win if LeBron can't do anything else besides shooting jump shots. Then he becomes like a high-end role player essentially. And Luka's then just left on an island. Luka had a great game. He dominated, but to win the series, he needs more help. He needs everybody else to contribute. That was one of the things I said for the Lakers to win the series, that Luka can get 30 points easily, but he needs Austin Reeves, LeBron, and several other guys, scoring at least in double figures, and he didn't get that in this game. That LeBron just had a terrible shooting game. Austin Reeves was garbage. That was also one of the things I said for the Timberwolves to win this game. They can afford Luka to go off, but they need all the other role players to be shut down, and that takes defensive discipline, which they showed in this game. I was surprised, but they showed it. I was happy to see that. Grant, I did predict originally the Lakers to win this series, but if the Timberwolves can continue to do what I've outlined before, then they should be able to win the series. Like, if they own the rebounds, They can shut down the role players, and they force Luka to get 30 to 40 points a game, along with LeBron. Then they have a high chance of winning the series. I did say that Anthony Edwards had to play well for the Timberwolves to win the series, that he had to dominate offensively. He didn't have an MVP-like performance in this game, like where I was saying that he had to score 27 to 30 a game. He only had 22, but he was very impactful in hitting timely shots. He was a great playmaker in this game. So he did those things, but I felt the player of the game, it's kind of like a tie between Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid. I felt Naz Reid set the tone defensively, and the rest of the team followed, but Jaden McDaniels is also big defensively in this game, along with just scoring on open baskets generated by his teammates, mainly Anthony Edwards and just a few other guys. But those guys were just huge in this game. And it'll just be very interesting going forward if they can continue to force LeBron to be a jump shooter, because my original strategy, to be honest, was to beat the Lakers, allow Luka and LeBron to get 30 apiece and just shut down everybody else. But heck, if you can just shut down LeBron, if they've figured it out, then they're on their way to winning the series. Luka can get 40 points, but if LeBron is pretty much taken out of it, then they're just doomed. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how the Lakers adjust the next game. If LeBron can dominate, if not, obviously, then the series will be over. So yeah, just the adjustments will be very interesting to see. Trying to see if there's anything else that really stood out to me in this game. I would say nothing else really stood out to me other than that this game could have been much uglier if Anthony Edwards didn't leave for that stretch of the third quarter with cramps, and if Naz Reid didn't leave for a period of time when he got his face busted by, what's his name, Vanderbilt, unintentionally, that is. It was an accidental play where it happened. So I think if none of those events happened, the Timberwolves could have won this game by 30 or 40 points. So they had everything going for them. I'm not sure if they're going to shoot 50% a game from three like they did in this game, but I'm definitely looking forward to game 2. I would love for the Timberwolves to prove me wrong that prove me wrong of how I predicted them to lose this series. They prove me wrong. I'll be very happy. I hate the Lakers. I love to see LeBron get sent to Cancun after round 1. That would be great. So Timberwolves, continue to prove me wrong. I'm rooting for you guys. But that's all I had to say.